The idea for the Skills Summit came from a skills survey that partners undertook in the summer, around May, June time this year, which received a tremendous response from the business community and started to reveal to us that actually there's a wider discussion to be had here. For a long time the city has been tackling skills in very disparate ways, but actually this is the first time through which we can actually start to bring a coherent programme forward that everyone can engage with, whether it be the business community, the training provider community, and indeed our own local communities. So very much the idea that we can actually get business engaged to tell us what they're looking for, rather than the traditional approach of trying to guess and deliver the support that we think they need. So it's absolutely critical that business gets engaged, and as I say, it was a survey that kicked that all off and started to build the momentum that we're looking to continue now.
Education, skills, training is, for me, the priority for this city. This is a tremendous city. It sits on the crossroads of England. It's got growth and tremendous potential. Businesses have already begun to recognise that this is the place to be, and hence the huge success that we've had in attracting new jobs. I mean, 4,000 new jobs in a year is nothing to sneer at when you think our target's about 700. So we're doing pretty well, and we need to keep that up in the difficult times ahead. So what we have to absolutely do is create an environment in which business and people can prosper.
Today we are going to boldly go where no city has gone before. What does the world look like for business and the skills agenda 10 years from now? Well, you'll be delighted, Neil, to know that Peterborough is no longer regarded as a low skills economy. It's no longer a low skills city. In fact, it's now regarded as an exemplar city in the way it deals with the skills agenda. So that's really good news. The business community now have a say in how the skills training provision is dealt with. Today, bear in mind we're 10 years in the future, the funding for training and skills is directed specifically at programmes that the business community and the city need. We no longer have to travel outside the city for training because there are no gaps in the programmes we need. Also, there's no duplication of programmes that we don't need. The Peterborough Training Providers Consortium and the business community work closely together in partnership, which means that the skills agenda is directed exactly where it is needed.
Now, one of the things that we do offer as part of our service, which is all free of charge, I should say, is a vacancy matching system. And if you go onto our website, www.apprenticeships.org.uk, you will find the link to the apprenticeship vacancy site. People can apply from all over the country to all vacancies, so it's not just specific to residents within Peterborough. So, you know, talking about inward investment and people moving into the city, you know, if there are people moving in and they maybe have young people who will be looking for work, then they will be able to access those vacancies as well. If you're interested, you know, we're all worried about the bottom line nowadays. If you want to know what the return on the investment of taking on an apprentice would be for your company, go onto our website. There is a return on investment calculator that you can actually use to see what that return would be. We want involvement from businesses, so again, for those here today who are already engaged, we want your involvement in the campaign. We want to be able to tell your story to other businesses as well. And we want to try and get as many MPs and our partner organisations behind this as well. So watch out for the challenge, because it will be coming your way in January. Thank you.
I am delighted to say that we now have 590 full-time equivalent students studying at University Centre Peterborough, up from 260 last year, so a significant increase. We got 200 additional student numbers last year, supporting about £2.8 million. A large number of those students are now living in Peterborough. 70% of them are from Peterborough, but the remainder aren't from Peterborough. So they've moved into Peterborough, and although everyone says students have got much money, they are still spending money. They were last night at Solstice, wherever that is, but they were spending money at Solstice last night. And I think they're a really important part of the economic regeneration of Peterborough. If you couple those with the 550 nurses and midwives that Anglia Ruskin are also training up, there's over 800 undergraduates within Peterborough itself. So there is a university in Peterborough, and it's starting to be really active.
If there were one thing we'd like delegates to take away from today, it's the fact that we want business to influence, and actually, hopefully, we've got across the point today that business can influence the agenda here. We absolutely are very, very keen to ensure that business can actually tell us directly what they want to see happen, and we'd be delighted if business would actually start to understand that in a very different way from the way we've seen it in the past.